Hey guys, the first location that occurs outside the nightclub is when we get to see Tony's Funhouse blimp for the first time. And this was a pretty easy location to find. We have a ton of major landmarks in the background, like the FIB building, the IAA building, Maze Bank Tower, the Arcadia Center. So we are somewhere right about here. Now, I have stated that this blimp's location could have come from the casino, the Vinewood racetrack, because it's going away from that direction and headed towards the city. So that sort of reinforces a point I touched on earlier, is that maybe the blimp won't be stored in a specific spot. You'll just have to call it in like an old school Pegasus vehicle. And really the only spawn location for that blimp, if you're near the city, is the Vinewood racetrack. So you can see we're sort of on the same collision course right here that we are for all those other buildings. Again, I'm not really too sure what this blimp is going to be used for, but it's floating roughly over this part of the city. Maybe it's going on a run to do some promotion for the nightclub. As you can see, the time of the day is just about nighttime. Not sure if that's really important or not, but that's where that is located, and that's where the blimp is going from and coming to. Our next big location occurs when the Black Madonna backhands a police officer. He falls to the ground, and then they say that they've got to go to the disco. So that actually happens in a pretty iconic location. It's in single player, at least, it's the Vespucci helipad, which in online you guys probably know is a location to get your boats, or is probably a location to grab a helicopter or a cargo bob. So it's located right here. The reason we know this is that bright sign in the background for the Maze Bank Arena, and also that blue building in the background too. Now what's interesting is this looks like it's a part of a cutscene. So it almost looks as if like a specific mission takes place here, where the Black Madonna backhands the police officer. There is also a cargo bob there, and that mysterious black bubble-shaped car that we haven't able to figure out what it is. Now, one thing that is pretty interesting is that blue building behind them is actually a Pegasus Services building. So I wonder if that had anything to do with why they're there, or if Pegasus Services was what they were trying to get before they went back to the nightclub. I really don't know. But that's where they are. You guys have probably been to this location 1,000 times by now. The next location that occurs directly after that, and you guys are going to have to forgive me here. I forgot I had this mod installed with the giant Hummer limousine, but it's where the Patriot Stretch is driving down Eclipse Boulevard, and it's actually driving right past the ornate bank. We can actually see the design of the building and the flowing billboard that's hanging from it. And at the very end of the shot, you can see like the Chinese theater go by. So it's driving by right there. Again, I'm not sure if this has anything to do with a mission, or if this was just a fun location Rockstar decided to drive this car by because it looked great with all the neon signs at night. I'm not sure, but that's where we first see this vehicle outside of the garage. So pretty cool stuff right there. The next scene outside of the nightclub is where this mysterious guy wearing the white shirt, again, I don't know what his name is or what his role is going to be. He's actually doing something where he's moving his hands back and forth. There's like a mystery Rolls Royce behind him. This is actually at the airport. Now, this is a pretty clear giveaway by multiple different things. Number one, you can see the number 4 and then Fly US sign, which is an airline brand. You can also see that little escalator sign. You can see the massive aircraft control tower in the background as well. So that's where he is. He is on the second floor. I went ahead and put a Z-Type behind him. I didn't know what other vehicle would closely resemble an old school Rolls Royce like that. So I went ahead and put the Z-Type behind him. Not that it really matters, but that's where he was. Now, one of the most interesting things about this place is, again, this looks like it's a part of a cutscene because it involves this character. And he's at the airport, and he's at the arrivals part of the airport. So is he waiting for someone to arrive? Is he picking someone up? Is he dropping someone off? We don't really see anything outside of that, so I think until now that's going to remain a little bit of a mystery. After that, our next location is where we have the MTL Pounder Custom plowing through a bunch of police cars. This one was also very easy to find. It was on Eclipse Boulevard. The reason we know that is because you can see the Pink Sandwich nightclub in the background. Again, I'm not sure if Rockstar chose this location on purpose or if this is a part of a mission. Either way, those pink neon lights look awesome in the background as they reflect off of the rain. Now, one thing that is interesting to note here, and this is something I noticed kind of watching the trailer a couple times back, it's nighttime here and it's raining. It does not rain at night in Grand Theft Auto Online. So this leads me to believe that there's going to be a lot of missions that are either scripted or require us to go to a computer in order to load up something like this. And I guess this makes sense because if there's a lot of weaponized vehicles in the game, maybe doing specific missions for them is how you unlock their trade prices. Either way, that's something I just noticed. It was raining at night. We never see that in GTA 5. But either way, it's located right here at this location, driving right by the Pink Sandwich nightclub. After that, we get that shot of the party bus with the glowing holographic neon skull being put on top. This was actually a really tough location to find, but it's actually located up in Sandy Shores in Palito Bay. So the best landmark I can give you guys in order to find this is this U-Tool hardware store. It's actually located right behind that. You can kind of notice sort of the hills are exactly the same. Same with the floating bushes in this shot. You can see them in game too. So that's where that bus is sort of propped up. There was a bunch of other trucks like Vapid Riatas parked there as well. There was a bunch of tents that seemed to be added. I'm going to assume that this is going to be like the location of a sourcing mission or as a part of a mission because those tents are not there normally and the people are not there normally. It's a wasteland out there. No one's hanging out. So again, to me, that assumes that that's got to be a part of a mission in some way, shape, or form. The next big location that's revealed is actually on this bridge right here, where we actually see the Vapid Flash GT getting unloaded from that trailer. It's being chased by two Jester Classics and that Speedo Custom. That actually takes place on this bridge right here. It's actually not a long portion of bridge. It's kind of in Cypress Flats. Some points of interest. It is near Simeon's docks. So I wonder if they just came from that. Or it is sort of located near the other industrial areas in the city. So I wonder if they were coming from that location too. Either way, it's not a very long bridge, and the scene we see really takes us from one side to the other, to the point where the Flash GT is unloaded, to the point where it's getting flipped over. So that's another cool spot right there where I've speculated maybe we're getting import-export, sort of a revamp. That would be pretty awesome. And the final scene that can be shown outside of the nightclub has to do with this airplane right here. Again, this is not new. This is the Shamal. Now, in all the scenes we've seen, it seems to have been struck or one of the engines does not work. It's flying towards the Alamo Sea right now and also Mount Chiliad. The British guy describes that it's his plane and that it was a cheap one, so it's not that big of a deal. And then we can actually see it getting shot again. I don't know the significance of this. This scene, to me, sort of sticks out like a sore thumb because every other one seemed to relate. This is just a plane getting shot out of the sky above Mount Chiliad. So I don't know what sort of connection it had. Again, it potentially has to be a nightclub mission per se, but it just seemed like the most random scene that Rockstar had included in the trailer. And other than that, that is all the scenes that take place outside of the nightclubs. I know a huge part of this update was obviously all about the nightclubs, their interiors, what we're going to be doing. And there's a lot of parts about the trailer that just seem to be underground, like the business cargo storage place, the new garage. So that really isn't a place you can find on the map. It's just probably going to be underneath the nightclub once you go inside. And I'm sure Rockstar will just have it, fictionally placed somewhere underneath the map. So the one thing I was disappointed with is we never really saw the exterior of one of the nightclubs. And that kind of gives me some bad vibes. Like, why would Rockstar be afraid to show something like that in 2 trailers? So I am a little bit worried about the nightclub locations. So I guess we really are just going to have to wait and see until Tuesday comes to see how these nightclubs ultimately work in terms of their exteriors and all the other locations that we spotted in this video today. Are they going to be, seen in free mode, or was everything we saw in a scripted mission? I think it's going to be very interesting to see how this ultimately plays out. But that's all the information I've got for you guys in this video today in terms of the locations and places found in the After Hours Nightclub DLC trailer. Let me know in the comments down below, do you think I missed anything, or do you think I was in the wrong spot? Hopefully not, but if I was, let me know in the comments down below. I'd love to hear from you guys down there. If you did go on to enjoy this video, though, a like rating would, of course, be awesome. And also subscribe to my YouTube channel if you are new, or you like daily GTA 5 videos like this. Without the way, guys, like I said, thanks so much for watching. Take care, and I'll see you guys in the next video.